So GreenWaste Recovery is the company that I work for, and it's a privately owned company that started in 1991, originally to do yard waste collection and processing for the city of San Jose's residential sector. So one of the things that makes the material recovery facility that we own and operate here in San Jose particularly unique is that we're processing the garbage side by side with the recyclables. What really makes the facility outstanding is the recycling rates that we're able to achieve. So on our single stream recycling line, what we have on average is a 95 to 98% recycling rate. So of all the tonnage that comes in as recyclable material that's getting processed on that line, we're averaging a 95 to 98% recycling rate. We're also processing the garbage, and on the garbage line, we're able to achieve a 75 to 78% recycling rate. So before we had our facility constructed, 100% of that material was going directly to landfill and being buried. When we opened our facility and material started getting directed here, overnight we were literally able to increase the recycling and diversion rate on that garbage from 0% up to 75 to 78%. We are absolutely the industry leader. We've been recognized as really pioneers in the industry, both for our green waste material recovery facility as well as our two facilities out at Zanker Road. So at our two Zanker facilities, we're doing outdoor resource recovery operations. We're processing mixed waste, we're processing mixed construction debris, and we're also processing demolition debris. So mixed processing of waste is going to come from things like building remodels, whether it's residential or commercial, and we're also processing demolition debris. So when you think of the wrecking ball actually completely leveling a building, in a matter of minutes, and then all of that waste gets scooped up, loaded in a trailer, brought to our facility, and we're actually able to process the average Silicon Valley home of 2,000 square feet, let's say. We're able to take that building and recycle it in about 35 minutes. And I think the thing, I get lots of questions about the industry, whether or not something's, is this recyclable or is that recyclable? And the take-home message that I really try to emphasize with people is it's not whether or not it's recyclable, because most everything is recyclable. The question really is it recycled? And the question of whether or not it's recycled is driven by politics, it's driven by economics, it's driven by environmental pressure, it's driven by technology. So all of those things have to kind of come together and have a synergy to be able to offer the kind of solution that GreenWaste has been able to provide in this area, where we're making the economics make sense to incentivize recycling, to offer opportunities for composting, both for residents as well as clean organic food waste collection for businesses. Those are things that normally a collection company has a very hard time offering to their customers because they don't own and operate facilities to be able to process the materials. So by actually vertically integrating and looking at, okay, we want to recycle, so we need to look at the very end product, which is the recycled product, and then how do we collect materials in such a way that we can prepare them so that we can generate a commodity that can ultimately be recycled and turned into an end product. So you kind of have to start at the back end and work your way towards the front end, which is the collection.